Welcome to the Virtual College Exploration for all West Virginia students, sponsored by the West Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your question to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at WVACRAO.org. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within a week at that same website, WVACRAO.org. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters.
Thank you. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're really excited that you are wanting to learn a little bit more about West Virginia University, the Morgantown campus. My name is Danielle Linson-Bigler, and I am one of 3 admissions counselors who work specifically with students from the state of West Virginia. Unfortunately, one of our other colleagues could not be here tonight. Her name is Rochelle, but I do have with me my colleague Christina, and I will let her introduce herself.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're so excited to present to you about West Virginia University. My name is Christina Meyer. I cover the southern part of the state of West Virginia. I live in Charleston, which includes several counties between Charleston, Huntington, Beckley, and I love working with students. WVU is also my undergrad alma mater as well, where I studied journalism. So thanks for being here. And we're going to go ahead and get started, give people a few more minutes to just sign on if they're a little late by watching a short video. Enjoy.
This is West Virginia University, home of mountaineers. We're talking like real mountaineers, none of that fake stuff. West Virginia Mountaineers. Of champions, pioneers, record breakers, scholars. And this is our jam. We're home to the largest crime scene training complex in the country, the first institute in the world devoted to studying human memory. And we're making headlines in all these places too. This is WVU, where we do the highest level research, seeking cures, building hope, hunting pulsars, discovering new technologies, proving Einstein's theory. Wait, this list just keeps going. You don't expect me to read all these, do you? This is WVU, where being unique and proud of it is in the blood, where he can find rhythm and engineer his future, where she can compete on the field and on the stage, and where our president can inspire us to be ourselves, which is a pretty good thing to be. Where a little grit and determination can literally take you anywhere. I'm gonna go flying. This is WVU, a family of distinct campuses, just a short drive from here, and here. Where a degree opens doors for anyone from anywhere. Where you can dig into your passions, create your own niche, and find your purpose. This is WVU. Our students are realizing their own visions, leading their own adventures, and writing their own stories. Shh, whoa, sorry. I forgot we were in a library. And when you become a mountaineer, you'll never have to go it alone. Because here, our faculty will challenge you and support you. Your fellow students will push you and encourage you. And our alumni will guide you no matter where your journey unfolds. We're a community that works smart and plays smart. We question assumptions and laugh at obstacles. A place where everyone fits, because we're all in this together. This is West Virginia University. This is home.
Okay, again, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll go ahead and get started with our presentation. We will be utilizing Kahoot, which is a gaming platform for a trivia game that we will have throughout. So if you have your mobile devices and you go to kahoot.it and enter in this game pin, we will send the winner some really cool WVU swag in the mail. So please do sign up if you can right now. Go to kahoot.it. And the game pin is listed there, 656-2284. So we'll give you just a few seconds to join in. Thank you, person. We are excited to have you. You could put a nickname or your name, first name. But again, kahoot.it on your mobile device, 656-2284. We'll have some fun questions throughout. Okay, great. We have some students and maybe parents joining us right now. Just so you do know, kahoot.it and the game pin number will be accessible at the bottom of the screen throughout the presentation. So if you happen to get kicked out or if you want to hop on a little bit later, that information will be available to you throughout the whole presentation. So we'll go ahead and get started. So again, thanks for joining us tonight. I know the virtual world right now is kind of exhausting, to say the least. So you being here tonight to learn about West Virginia University, we can't appreciate it enough. And we're excited to share with you all the opportunities that await you. And just to get you acclimated with the game, what is your grade? Or are you a parent of a prospective student? You'll see the corresponding answers on your mobile device and you'll be able to choose a selection. Okay, wonderful. We're pretty split. We have some seniors, some juniors, wonderful, a sophomore, and a parent as well. Thank you for joining us. And so our first official quiz question, how many campuses make up the WVU system? Leaving out our health science graduate campuses in Martinsburg and in Charleston. How many do we have? Okay, so the answer is 3. We have 3 campuses across the state of West Virginia. We will be talking about, and Danielle and I represent the Morgantown campus, the Mountaineers, the flagship institution in state. So we will be discussing again the programs, the admissions process, everything on our presentation tonight will be regarding Morgantown. We do have 2 other campuses, Kaiser campus, which is Potomac State College, and Beckley, which is West Virginia University Institute of Technology. If you would like to apply to a campus in the WVU system, please keep in mind you can only have 1 application out at a time. So if you want to apply to Beckley, maybe after applying to WVU Morgantown, you would just need to cancel your application with us so you could be reinstated with Beckley. That's an easy change again if you change your mind once again. So just let us know, we can work with you on that. Altogether, system enrollment across the state is a little over 31,000. Kaiser and Beckley have much smaller campuses. Kaiser is our only campus that offers 2-year associate degrees, and Beckley does have some degree programs that WVU Morgantown may not offer, such as aviation or culinary. So definitely something for everybody in state within the WVU system. We have students in Morgantown of over 27,000, with 21,000 being undergraduates, and we represent students from all 50 states. So all across the US our students come from. In fact, 51% of our students are from out of state, and the other half are from in-state. We also have students representing over 118 different countries. We speak over 100 languages on campus, but something that we pride on the most is that we have students from every county in West Virginia. Being a land-grant institution and serving the state of West Virginia and its communities is something that we pride on. So pulling in our students from all those counties is very important to us. We always say, come home to WVU. You know, this university was created for the students of West Virginia, so we do hope you consider your higher education future with us as well. Here is a bird's eye view of our Morgantown campus. You will see that there's 3 areas. The red bubble is health science, the blue bubble is our Evansdale area or campus, and then the yellow bubble is our downtown area or campus. Most of your classes will be split between the blue and yellow, the downtown and Evansdale campus, your freshman year, because you'll be taking a lot of general education foundation courses. So choosing housing between one or the other won't really matter. You'll still have to travel to and from each campus. The main form of transportation we offer is the PRT, Personal Rapid Transit. And we're the only school in the nation that has a monorail system like this. It's just a quick 10-minute commute in between each campus to ride on the PRT. We also have bus systems just for our students that stop every 10 minutes at the locations to take you across campus. So transportation is in place for you. Keep in mind, all this is within a mile of each other. So we don't want you walking because of the hills, but it is still close quarters, all the 3 campuses or areas. You can bring a car to campus. However, we discourage it because we don't offer parking at the dorms. But there's several opportunities to get a purchase a parking permit with our transportation office in the spring, should you want to leave your vehicles in one of our parking locations across campus. But again, you'd have to commute to your car. It's not located in the actual dorms. Here's a picture of Woodburn Hall, one of our more historic buildings on campus. This is the downtown campus. So this is a beautiful campus picture, but if you haven't been there, I do encourage a drive through if you are stopping through Morgantown. Just driving through the downtown campus and experiencing it, I think you'll really fall in love with it. The downtown campus was my personal favorite as a student at West Virginia University. So another quiz question, West Virginia University has an R1 research status designation. How many institutions in the US also offer this? The options are 130, 175, 225, or 200. Okay, and the answer is 130. So I hope you were pleasantly surprised by that. We are one of 130 institutions, universities across the US that have the highest classification by Carnegie for the level of research we conduct. We are the only R1 institution in the state of West Virginia. And if you think about it, there's over 3,000 colleges and schools across the US. Being one of just 130 that conduct that level of research in the state of West Virginia for you, an in-state school, for you to go and experience that undergraduate research is amazing experience to put on your resume or applications for graduate school. And this is huge, especially if you're a student interested in STEM. We're conducting worldwide headline news research in cancer, Alzheimer's disease, human memory, engineering, robotics, astrophysics, I mean, you name it. It's very exciting. COVID-19 testing. So again, you get to participate in research at the undergraduate level at WVU if you want to. Another quiz question, what is the student to faculty ratio on the Morgantown campus? 18-1, 42-1, 10-1, or 60-1? Okay, and the answer is 18-1. We were pretty split there. But the nice thing about WVU is it is a large institution with a lot of opportunity. But one thing that we pride on for sure is those small class sizes. Our student-teacher ratio is just 18-1. In fact, over 60% of our classes are 40 students or less. So granted, freshman year, you might have a large lecture hall here and there. That goes for any institution, really small or large. But by sophomore year, when you dive deeper into your program and your actual degree classes and coursework, your class sizes will become significantly less. I don't remember a class over sophomore year being less than 30, 40 students, honestly. And so that's something that is important to us at WVU is that family atmosphere, making sure that you have those relationships and that help you need with your professors, with the other students within your program. And how we do that is we break down the university into colleges and schools. And so you can see a list of the colleges and schools housed on campus. So dependent on your major or your program of interest, this is where you'll be housed. This will become your family, the professors you work with on a daily basis, the other students and classmates that you see. And so keep that in mind. It might seem large, but really when you get to WVU, we do a really great job of making it more of a personalized family atmosphere for you for your classes. Unique majors. So at West Virginia University, in our whole total system, Kaiser and Beckley campus total, we have over 350 programs to choose from. At the Morgantown campus alone, we have over 230 programs. But what you're primarily interested in is the undergraduate programs, the bachelor's degrees. And at WVU, we offer around 140. So if you'd like to change your mind at any point, you can most certainly do that. We have so many majors to choose from. I couldn't list them all on this slide for you, of course. So what we've done instead is list the unique ones, the ones that might not be offered at other places in state, or possibly even just maybe a few other universities across the US. So those are some to name a few. We even have a puppetry degree program. We're one of just, I think, 2 schools in the country that have puppetry. So there really is something for everybody. If you have a question or interest in any of our particular degree programs, you want to know rankings, statistics, the research they're conducting, We are happy to share that with you. All you have to do is reach out to us and email us, and we'll give you our contact information at the end. We'll get you in contact with those programs, faculty, recruiters from those colleges, or we'll send you information ourselves so you can learn more about the awesome programs that are taking place at WVU. You saw in the video, Forensic and Investigative Science. We have the largest crime research lab in the country on our campus. We have the first institution in the world dedicated to the study of human memory. Ruby Memorial Hospital, the hospital we manage, is a level 1 trauma center and a top 10 rural medical facility in the US, according to US News World Report. Statler College of Engineering is doing amazing things. Our Reed College of Media and Journalism. We have an Emmy for Best College Newscast in the country. Our business school has the highest accreditation you can get, which is AACSB. Our Davis College, we manage 8 state forests and 4 farms. I could go on, so please do reach out to us because we love bragging about our programs at WVU. So let us help you find a fit there with academics and what your career goal is. Campus resources. So anything to be well, live well, do well is offered in services at West Virginia University for students. I use the word free, but all of this is already covered in tuition, room, and board. So these are not extra expenses that you would have to pay on campus. The Carew Center, you can see a counselor, a psychologist. We have Well WVU, which is a health clinic for our students, where we have doctors and nurses on staff. The Writing Center for free help on the spot. We have tutoring. If you need help in any class, tutoring is offered in every class on campus. One-on-one tutoring, group tutoring, right now a lot of virtual tutoring, but there is tutoring in every program, every class on campus. We also have an Office of Accessibility Services that works with students with learning or physical disabilities. We also have a Math Center for help on the spot. We have MindFit, which is a program that helps exercise your mind for better test taking or study habits. RISE WVUs for underrepresented students. We have First Gen initiatives for students who are the first to go to college in their family. And we have a wonderful career center that helps you with job placement, internship opportunities, mock interview trials, how to dress for an interview, etiquette dinners, how to build your resume. So this is just some to name a few of the many resources we have on campus for you to succeed. We also have therapy dogs that you'll see these furry friendly faces across campus. If you've had a long test day or a long study day in the library, you'll find these guys running around to cheer you up, make your day. Another quiz question, how many student organizations are on the Morgantown campus? Less than 200, more than 550, around 480, or exactly 952. So it's actually around 480. Most of you did get that right. And so we have over 480 clubs and organizations, you name it, there's something for everybody: cultural, religious, political, Greek life, club sports. We even have a Quidditch team that competes in other schools in Harry Potter Quidditch, Star Wars Club, reading clubs, you name it, it's offered. We also have 17 D1 athletic teams, which we'll talk about in a little bit. If you're an athlete but maybe can't play at the D1 level, our club sport teams are competitive. They compete against D2 and D3 colleges. You still travel, get official uniforms and coaches. So if you'd like to try out for that, you can too. Our intramural sports are much more lax between dorms. When I was in school, I did bowling and indoor soccer and co-ed flag football. So that's a lot of fun. We have an awesome study abroad office. We send over 1,500 students a year to study abroad to over 60 different countries. Week-long programs, summer-long programs, semester-long. You can study really anywhere. Obviously, things are a little restricted right now with COVID-19, but know that we have an office and staff on hand to help you if you'd like to study abroad and learn in another country. So graduate in 4 years, get scholarships. They help you with all of that. Our Center for Service and Learning has won several national awards for their work in getting WVU students engaged with the Morgantown community and nonprofits. We have WVU Up All Night, which is an amazing fun event that we host every week on campus at our student union, where we have from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m., Thursday through Saturday, free food. One weekend it might be a laser tag dome we bring in. The next weekend it might be an ice skating rink or a magic show. And if you haven't been to our student union on the downtown campus, we have two, one on our Evansdale as well, but the one on the downtown campus has a movie theater and bowling alley, arcade, a billiards room, several sit down and fast food restaurants, coffee shop, convenience store, post office. So it really is a great stop to have a fun event like that every weekend. Adventure West Virginia is offered to admitted students. You'll receive information in the spring. If you're interested in attending that, it's about a week-long program that happens throughout the summer where you can choose one of the programs that best fits you: Habitat for Humanity, whitewater rafting, hiking, and it's a way to get acclimated to campus before coming into WVU and also meet other students that are coming to West Virginia University as well. We have an awesome rec center if you haven't been to campus on the Evansdale area. There's a rock climbing wall inside, a suspended track, 8 basketball courts, Olympic style swimming pool, workout equipment in every area. You can do free classes in anything: yoga, cycling, Zumba. You can get an athletic trainer if you'd like. We have a university art series. So if you're a student who likes the arts, you like music and art and theater, we have productions off Broadway come in, and several famous musicians, you name it. It's so diverse, the acts that come in. Once when I was a student for journalism, I got to actually see a journalist who won an Emmy for his work on a documentary in Syria. And so I got to hear him speak. So several different opportunities within our university art series. Another quiz question for you. What song is a must learn for WVU students? I hope everybody gets this right. And Take Me Home, Country Roads. Almost everybody, we almost had it. So yes, that's the song that we sing. It's tradition to sing it at all of our games, win or lose. If you haven't been to a game and sing that with the other WVU fans or students, you're missing out. So definitely try to do that. It is a lot of fun. The Mountaineer is our beloved mascot, of course, and we do host fun events throughout the year like Mountaineer Week, where we celebrate West Virginia heritage and Appalachian culture. We do a PRT cram, which I don't know if we'll be doing that this year, probably not, but fun events like that happen throughout the year. We even have Welcome Week for freshmen coming in so they can get acclimated to campus, meet other students, and we just have really fun events going on, including Fall Fest, which is a really awesome free concert where we bring in all genres of music to students for free. When I was in school, acts like Kanye West or Maroon 5 came, and so that's how we kick off classes every year. We are part of the Big 12 Conference, so if you love sporting events, they're offered all year round for every season. Tickets are free for students. The only tickets you have to reserve spots for is football and basketball, but you just show your student ID at the other events. And then quiz question for you. What WVU NCAA sports team has won the most national championships? Football, women's soccer, baseball, or rifle? And that's right, it is rifle. I see some of you got it right. So 3, I'm pretty impressed. Jenny Thrasher is actually a gold Olympist who won the Rio Olympics when she was a student at WVU. So we're very proud of her. And with that, I am turning it over to Danielle.
Hey, hello again. So another big part of campus life, living in the residence hall. So unless you live within 50 miles of Morgantown, we do require that you live on campus for your first year. We have 12 different residence halls for you to choose from. Everything from very traditional when you think of, a residence hall to practically brand new apartment style. So it really depends on what amenities you're looking for, what's going to be the best fit price point wise. We have a lot of options for you to choose from. The housing selection process is done on a first come, first served basis. So once you're admitted, you're able to pay the academic deposit, and then you can start the housing process. You get to not only select your hall and your room, but you also get to select your roommate. There are then 3 on-campus meal plans that you can choose from. We have a variety of dining halls where you can use that. So there are a lot of options when it comes to eating on campus. Another option for housing, and this is a great way, Christina talked about really making a small school feel small, or a large school feel small, finding your niche, meeting people. This is a great way to do that in our living learning communities. So you are able to live with students who share similar interests, whether that's academically, whether it's socially. Our living learning environments really give you a nice opportunity to have a home away from home with your residence hall. So if you decide that you want to apply to West Virginia University, you can do that at any point now. We review applications on a rolling basis and we'll send decisions out once your application file is complete. Typically, it's about 4 to 6 weeks, we say is official processing time. We've been getting decisions out a lot quicker than that this year. So again, the earlier you apply, have everything to us, the earlier that you will get a decision back. Essays and letters of recommendation are not used in the review process. So you do not have to send those to us. It does not help you to send them. It does not hurt you if you don't send them. So you do not have to submit those. You can choose from either the WVU application or the Common App. We are part of both. The Common App is a fantastic tool if you want to use it to apply to more than one school. We typically don't recommend using it just to apply to WVU because it's going to ask for a lot more information than the WVU app does, but it is your preference, whichever one you want to submit. Certain programs within the College of Creative Arts do require either a portfolio review or an audition after you've been admitted to the university. They will contact you with more information if your major falls into that category. What's really nice is that portfolio review or portfolio review or audition serve as your scholarship application to the College of Creative Arts, and there are scholarships up to full tuition available within that program. We do have certain programs that have priority deadlines of December 1st. So if you're interested in nursing, for example, you will want to make sure that you apply sooner rather than later and either have your SAT or ACT scores or TEAS test to us, which we'll talk about here shortly, by December 1st. So if you have had the opportunity to take the SAT or ACT scores, exams, you're happy with your scores, you would want to apply using those. You would indicate that you do not want to apply test optional. At that point, for a completed application, we would need the application itself, either your self-reported transcript or your official transcript from the high school, and your SAT or ACT scores. Again, once that is complete, we review, make a decision. You'll automatically be considered for academic scholarships as well as your academic program indicated on your application based on your GPA and your test scores. For scholarships, if you are applying with test scores, this is the grid that we will evaluate you for scholarships. Essentially, where your GPA and your test score meet on the chart. If you fall into any one of those 5 colored areas of the grid, you are going to receive the corresponding scholarship listed above based on the color. You can match the colors up to see which level scholarship. If you are in levels 1, 2, or 3, and you are admitted into certain programs, you can see them listed there, you will also receive a departmental scholarship from your academic program. The College of Engineering and Mineral Resources also offers additional scholarships, automatic. They just use a little bit modified version of the chart. Now, this is the part that's new this year. We understand that by no fault of your own, students have had a very hard time taking either the SAT or ACT. So we are giving you the opportunity to apply test optional, meaning that you can apply and have a decision without submitting test scores. You just need to indicate on the application that you want to apply test optional. We just then need the completed application and either your self-reported transcript or the transcript from the high school. We are going to base our decision on your GPA and the high school courses that you've taken. There are some programs, however, that are going to require a secondary assessment. So a little bit ago, I mentioned what's called the TEAS test. That is for students interested in nursing. So any student who applies to nursing, test optional, regardless of your GPA, is going to be admitted into what's called the Health and Wellbeing Program. You would then have until the priority deadline of December 1st to submit your scores from the TEAS test for consideration into the nursing program. Other programs that are requiring secondary assessments include the College of Engineering, but you are able to submit everything from AP scores in math, dual enrollment math courses, or take our math placement exam. So we are trying to be as accommodating as possible. You do not have to wait to apply until you have your test scores. If you have more questions about this, do not hesitate to reach out to your regional recruiter. What's also really nice is that if you start off and you apply test optional because you've not been able to test, but later in the year or even in the spring, you're able to, you can always change that. You are not locked into being test optional once you indicate that on the application. If you are admitted as a test optional student, we still will award you automatic academic scholarships based on your cumulative GPA. So you can see the different levels of scholarships, the GPA that you would need for each one. Now, you will not be eligible for the departmental scholarships, but should you submit scores at a later date prior to our scholarship deadline of May 1st, we would consider you for the departmental scholarships. So, trivia question, true or false? I should wait until I have my ideal test score to apply to WVU to make sure I receive the highest scholarship possible. Awesome. So most of you were paying attention. Great job. So you do not have to wait to apply. So even if you apply with test scores now, if you are admitted, you still have until that May 1st deadline to submit new scores for scholarship consideration. Another process that happens automatically for all students admitted to the university is that you will be considered for the Honors College. Both students who are applying with test scores as well as test optional students will be evaluated for the Honors College. There's a lot of great benefits, including priority course registration starting your second semester. You'll have additional research opportunities, mentorship programs. There's early move-in, where you get to move in prior to everyone else on campus. And you can live in one of our honors housing residence halls. So you'd be living with all other honors students. Again, this is automatic. You'll be invited to participate if you qualify, or you will be invited to apply for the Honors College by submitting a short statement back. Okay, so if you have already been admitted or you plan to apply, this is really important information to have as far as what comes next. So if you've been admitted to the university, the first step is to claim your account. This is really important. Claiming your account gets you access to your student portal, which is where you can start accessing your WVU email account. Claiming your account does in no way obligate you to attend WVU, and it does not tell us that you plan to enroll. Claiming your account, again, only starts to give you access to your portal. A lot of departments on campus, housing and financial aid, for example, will communicate with you to your WVU email address once you've been admitted. So if you're not checking that on a regular basis, you can miss important information. So again, all students who have been admitted, make sure you're claiming your account. Now, through that student portal is where you will take the first step to enroll if you're ready, and that is submitting the academic deposit. That is $150 for West Virginia residents and $250 for non-residents. That is fully refundable up until May 1st, should you change your mind. Once your academic deposit is on file, within 48 hours, you can then proceed with selecting your housing. And again, that is a complete self-selection process done on a first come, first served basis. The next step is, again, something everyone can do, no matter if you are completely decided that you are going to be attending WVU or you're still weighing your options and looking at multiple schools. And that is completing the FAFSA form. That is the free application for federal student aid. I cannot stress enough the importance of completing the FAFSA. Typically, parents and guardians will work with students to complete that. Your FAFSA is going to determine your financial aid eligibility. So it will determine the types and amounts of grants that you might receive. If you are going to receive a subsidized federal loan, and in order to receive the West Virginia Promise Scholarship, you do have to have the FAFSA on file. You can apply to you can submit your FAFSA, not apply. You can submit your FAFSA to up to 10 schools. So again, even if you are still deciding where you want to attend, you can submit that FAFSA to all schools. For students who have been admitted to West Virginia University and have a valid FAFSA on file, you will receive your full financial aid package late December, early January. So you'll be able to use that very early in the process to determine if we are the right financial fit for you. And then finally, we get a lot of questions about scheduling your classes. That will not happen until next summer at new student orientation. So students with an academic deposit on file will get information on that in the spring, but there's nothing that you have to do at this point for scheduling classes. So this is, hopefully a fantastic opportunity for you to have some of your questions answered, learn more about the university, but we do have some other fantastic virtual opportunities for you as well. For seniors, we are resuming our in-person campus tours actually this week, so you can start registering for those. I notice I did say seniors because of COVID restrictions. We do have to limit the number of guests on campus, so we are prioritizing our seniors for in-person visits, but hopefully we can start to expand that number as the winter moves forward. But again, you can see all of the events on campus by going to admissions.wvu.edu/visit. You can do everything from a virtual campus tour to our larger Discover WVU open houses. We'll also be doing a lot of events next week for College Exploration and Application Week. So make sure that you join us for those. So again, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you were able to have all of your questions answered. Remember, there is the Q&A box that you can type your questions to us and we'll be happy to answer those. You can also visit the website listed there if you don't already receive information from us to join our mailing list, receive updates from campus, information on events. We'll definitely keep you updated at all points. And again, you can apply by going to admissions.wvu.edu. So here we are again. This is our contact information. We cannot stress enough that we are here to help throughout the process, whether you are, in 10th grade, just starting out, whether you're a senior that's been admitted, we are here to help you. Christina, I mentioned earlier that she primarily covers the southern part of the state. You can see her counties there. I primarily cover the North Central, Northern Panhandle region of the state, and our colleague Rochelle handles the Eastern Panhandle and kind of that southeastern part of the state, and we are here to help. So again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to type those into the chat box, or our contact information is there if you would like to reach out after today. Oh, and now I'll turn it back over to Christina. We have our podium winners here, so we'll be revealing our winner here shortly.
Corey. Congratulations, Corey. If you would like to privately message us, which your question, you can do that. Your mailing address and your full name, will be sure to send you out some fun stuff. So thank you everybody for playing and joining us. I'll go ahead and take myself off. or put myself on mute so we can go ahead and start the Q&A.
Okay. If anyone is mid-question, keep typing. It doesn't look like we have any coming in though. Actually, I stand corrected. So we have a question. How many majors can a person have? Okay, we have actually a couple questions coming in. So I'll take the first one, and then Christine, if you want to take the next one. So how many majors can you have? So initially, you declare just one major on the application. That being said, students are able to add a second major, add minors at any point. So it really just depends kind of what your goals are. Once you have that primary major, you can work with your advisor on adding that second major or like I said, minor, or they might actually have a dual degree program that is already built and it combines two programs automatically. So again, initially on the application, you're just going to be declaring one, but then you can theoretically claim any other major that you would want.
Okay, I'll answer the next two questions to make it a little easier. What's the earliest you should apply for the FAFSA as a high school student? The answer is as a senior in high school. So you do not have to apply junior or sophomore year, but the senior year when you will be applying to colleges and universities for the next year, you can start to fill out the FAFSA. And you could talk with your high school counselor about that more. They'll have more information and knowledge for you on that. How do I get a fee waiver code for the application? Victoria, if you just want to reach out to your regional recruiter and we can talk to you about fee waiver code opportunities and how you can get one. So if you'd like to do that, please feel free to shoot us an email and we can assist you with that. Danielle, if you want to take the next.
Okay, absolutely. So let's see here. How is WVU for something like mathematical physics and computer science? So I would say as a general answer, very strong. So with your computer science question first, so we offer everything. We have computer science, we offer computer engineering. We also offer a dual degree program that allows students to graduate with both degrees. So you are incredibly marketable and usually have a job offer lined up prior to graduation in any one of those fields, but especially that dual degree program. We also have programs in biometric systems engineering that kind of ties into that field as well. And then physics is just an absolutely phenomenal program. Numbers wise, a little bit smaller. That is kind of intentional though, because they want to make sure that you're getting really that one-on-one experience with professors, access to research. You can actually learn more by going to physics.wvu.edu. So again, two very strong programs. They do a lot of really cool work. I don't know if directly ties in with the mathematical physics aspect, but a lot of really cool work with pulsars in the physics program. And one of our physics professors was just within the last couple years on the team that actually helped to prove Einstein's theory of relativity. So can't go wrong with either one of those programs that you have an interest in. And Christine, I'll take the next one too here. We'll keep alternating. Are there any classes specifically for dermatology? So if that is something that you have an interest in, you would more than likely be looking to go into medical school. So that happens after your bachelor's degree. So basically anyone who is interested in medical school, your path is going to be 4 years for your bachelor's degree, 4 years of medical school. And then when you do your residency, that is when you would start to specialize in a specific field, dermatology, orthopedics, OB, any of those general practice. That's all going to happen in your residency. You may find some schools that have accelerated programs. For us, it is that 4 years bachelor's, 4 years medical school. You can major in anything from exercise physiology to biomedical engineering, immunology and medical microbiology. The list goes on.
I'll just answer this last question quickly. Is the advisor assignments based on student major? The answer is yes. So your advisor will be under your college or school, and they'll be specifically skilled in your area or your major under that college. So absolutely.
Thank you. Great questions, everyone. I do want to add one thing to the question about the FAFSA. If you are a high school senior, the FAFSA went live on October 1st, so you can start submitting that at any point now. Okay.
All right. Well, looks like we're just about wrapped up. If any of you have some questions, definitely feel free to actually type those in the chat box or the Q&A box. They will get a transcript of the questions after this session is over. So even if you type a question and they're not able to get to it or answer it here, you can still type it and they will receive that transcript of questions, and they can follow up with you a little bit later on. So you do have a minute or two to do that as I give the closing remarks. Once again, thank you all for joining us. When you close this window, there will also be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at WVACRAO.org. In about a week, you'll be able to find the sessions recording as well as all the other session recordings at WVACRAO.org. Thank you all once again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you soon.